Snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We
you want one quick
can't
question?
ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Yo, what's up? My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 5K subs. This is the second live of the day. I didn't know I was going to do two a day today, but the news today obviously calls for it. Excuse me, I'm popping my ears. But first things first, man. I want to look at this Hannah Hidalgo thing. It was just something that was like something people were talking about. I genuinely think basketball lovers and sports fans in general, they get just bored when there aren't any sports on. So there was this Hannah Hidalgo thing where she was on Instagram Live. Shout out to who screen recorded this and posted this. I've seen a couple pages posted, but this is Andy Fromel that posted it, and they pretty much just asked her, "What was good? Was good, Terrell? Was good, Terrell?" They pretty much just asked her, what do you think of AZ Fudge? And she was like, I don't think of AZ Fudge. I don't think of other players. I be myself. So here it is.
What do I think of AZ Fudge? I don't think about her. What are you talking about? He's like, what do you think? I don't think.
I just do.
That's because you don't know her. That's all.
I don't just sit and think about players. That's what it is. What do I think of AZ Fudge?
I think Hannah is if anything, she's playing into the villain role as well. I don't think this is much of anything, but I do think she is playing into the villain role. She knows that like college basketball, women's basketball, Twitter, social media has made her the villain and everything for the season and stuff like that. And she's just been playing against it or playing into it the entire year. You see how she kind of celebrated it and acted at UConn. You see, her follow up to it now. Them talking about AZ, and she said, "What do you think about AZ Fudd?" I don't think about her. And then saying, "You guys wouldn't have won without AZ," and she said, "You guys wouldn't have won if AZ was playing." And then she did the whole, "Oh, well, that's good for them," and saying, "I don't know." It is what it is, bro. Just cheerful banter, everything like that. At the end of the day, everybody's gonna have to see each other in the tournament. So folks can. Especially if you beat them in the regular season, you can talk as much as you want. And you worry about the postseason and beating them in the postseason when the postseason comes. But as of right now, if you just beat them fresh off the regular season game, you can talk all you want, in my opinion, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? Now, if this was a team that constantly beat y'all year in and year out, beat y'all in the tournament, beat y'all in March Madness, everything of that sort, and then you guys barely squeaked out a win, okay, at that point, you don't need to be, they would have won without it. No. You don't need to be talking all that trash. But they won undeniably double digits in their house. You know what I'm saying? And even without AZ Fudd, you still have Paige Beckers. You still have Sarah Strong. You still have a decent squad. And if they won, they won. It is what it is. You feel me? So I think you can talk the way you want to talk. They beat TCU in a big game. The USC game, I believe I believe that was a blowout at the beginning of the year. So they beat all the big teams and things of that sort. Now they dropped a couple matches as well as the reason why they aren't number one. But I feel like they have a reason to talk that talk if they want to talk that talk. And salute to Hannah Hidalgo for playing into the villain role. I know like the villain role isn't always the thing. They lost to TCU. What you mean? Oh, they blew the game against TCU. TCU came back. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry, gang. I apologize, gang. Hold on. Let me see. Give me a second. I'm tweaking. Because I was about to move on to the thing, whatever. I literally watched that whole game. TCU did come back in that game. There we go. Thank you, Arnold. Y'all say thank you, Arnold. TCU literally came back in that game. Notre Dame was up by like 18, and then TCU came back in the second half. And they won the game. Haley Van Lith was in foul trouble in the first half, and Sedona Prince was kind of keeping them in it relatively, like whatever you want to say that is, double digits and stuff like that. And then they came back and did what they did. I was thinking about all these games where they was throwing the ball over their head and everything like that and stuff. That's a good point. You ain't even beat TCU. That changes a lot. But I mean, in regards to the UConn thing, they did beat UConn on UConn's floor with two number one prospects. So it's just like, yeah, I feel it. If you want to talk spicy, you could talk spicy. It is what it is. But they said, at mad, you mad, AZ owns you. The thing about it is, I feel like people have to pick like that thing. I'm gonna respond to your thing in a second, Arnold. People have to pick that thing, bro, because it's like on one end they'll be like, I don't care about AZ because AZ is never available. UConn, they always hurt. Woo, woo. And then you go on the other end of like, the UConn fans. These are UConn fans, by the way. UConn fans will be the hardest ones on their players always being hurt. They star players being hurt. They be the same ones on the other end of it. They'll be like, oh yeah, you mad because you're not as good as Paige and AZ and this and that. I'm like, y'all the main ones to be talking bad about them, bro. All right, here we go. Hidalgo is nice though, not gonna lie. For sure, she might end up being the best in college in this college crop. I think of her class. I think of her class slash no, Juju. I'm tweaking, bro. You think she's gonna be better than Juju? I don't know, bro. Juju is tough. And Juju, she faced some allegations, bro. Cause freshman season, I watched her play and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, Juju's a better scorer than everybody else, but the overall game ain't necessarily up to par with the rest of the all-around players we see, like the Pages and the Caitlins and the things of that sort. And I felt like Hannah had a better overall game as a freshman, right? Man, Juju got some help this year. Juju looks a lot better this year, bro. All around. I'm talking defense. I'm talking passing. I'm talking ball handling. I'm seeing Juju show her full game. And that's something we didn't get to see as a freshman. She was just a scorer, bro. She was locked down defender, great ball handler, great court vision, IQ, good decision making. You know what I'm saying? Yes, she still ball hogs and shoots a selfish layup if she does that. But hey, Juju looks a lot better this season as she did as opposed to freshman season when shown the overall game. Here we go. Back to Arnold's comment. Hidalgo nice though, not gonna lie. She might end up being the best in this college crop. She has that signature skill that separates her, kind of like Caitlin Clark's range. But for Hidalgo, it's her speed. It's insane. Hidalgo is extremely fast, for sure. For sure. Hannah's steals are straight up generational. They're up there. They're up there. I say that because Veronica Burton, when she was at Northwestern a couple years ago, she's now in. Where's Veronica? She's now at Golden State. Shout out to Veronica if you're watching this. You can go back and watch some highlight reactions and stuff like that. Man, boy, Veronica would get him at the point of attack every single time down the floor, bro. It was like watching Dyson Daniels and stuff like that. That's exactly how Veronica Burton was at Northwestern. But Hannah, I say Hannah is probably the best currently in college when it comes to just grabbing steals and then passing. I might have to give it to Hannah, bro. I might have to give it to Hannah, bro. I might have to give it to Hannah when you're talking about passing, best passer in the country right now. I might have to give it to Hannah Hidalgo, bro. And it's crazy because her only competition might be her teammate. Olivia Miles might be Hannah Hidalgo's only competition when it comes to best passer in the country. She said Hannah beat Drew head to head. Let me see. Hold on. Cause you got me right on the TCU game. Yeah. That's what we said. No, Notre Dame they blew them out in USC, and that's what I was saying. Okay, yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I said they beat USC, they beat TCU, and he was like, "Nah, they lost to TCU. They blew that lead." I said, "Appreciate that, Arnold. Got me right." But yeah, she did. Hannah did beat Juju, and then she beat Paige. But I'm saying, bro, if we talking about overall game, bro, I think Hannah has the best overall game in the country. But Juju is by far the best scorer in the country. And Juju having just above average ability to defend now, right? For a full game, we've seen her defend, take on the main assignment at UConn, you know what I'm saying? on the wing on the perimeter. She did that the whole game, and she was tired at the end of the game, but she still pushed through it enough to make those free throws and put the game away and things of that sort. I don't know if I could just say I'd rather have Hannah Hidalgo than Juju Watkins at this point. I don't know if I could say that. Now, Paige, I ain't gonna lie. Paige has been a kind of rocky road, and y'all know Paige is my girl. If you came down to it and said you want Hannah Hidalgo or Paige, it might be some days out the week where I'll say I want Hannah. I'm not even gonna hold you. And you know what I'm saying? It's just the truth of what we've seen on a consistent basis and stuff over these past 2 years. But yeah, that's just what it is, bro. Shout out to Olivia Miles too. Olivia Miles is hooping. I really, really can't wait to watch full tape, like a full game of Rutgers for Keone Miller, bro. I'm really excited to watch her. Like a lot of times I've had this habit of not watching sensational stuff because I want to like react to it on the channel. But ever since YouTube start tagging me and like threatening to take down the channel because I'm reacting to highlights, I was like, bro, I'm cool out there. It ain't worth it. But I'm probably gonna watch Keone. Like, I think I'm off tomorrow, so I'll probably just watch it tomorrow, like early in the day. And then so the next time I come up here, I'll have like a Keone Miller full game tape watch and stuff like that. Is there anything else basketball? Because the rest of this live is like not basketball. So is there anything else, Arnold, that you like for me to talk about basketball before I get back into it? We got LSU, South Carolina in about a month, right? So that's coming up in a month. We're about to get into conference play, about to get into some real heated, competitive basketball. So looking forward to those things and everything like that. Here we go. Oh, okay, cool. Sarah Strong. Sarah Strong is ironically the other player I think is underrated as the best in college. It's always Paige versus Juju, but I think Strong's ceiling is the highest in women's basketball. Betts and Hidalgo too. Okay, all right. So this is what I say about the Sarah Strong thing. I 100% agree with you. You have to see it from the casual's perspective, bro, of like mainstream media and casual media. If you know what I'm saying, all they were doing, right? Excuse me, that's doing like tongue tied. If I'm doing a Fox game and it's Fox football, right? Football on Fox, the NFL on Fox, and we're about to tease this upcoming Fox Saturday college sports thing. Last season, it was nothing but Caitlin Clark, Iowa. Big Saturday college. Caitlin Clark versus whoever. It didn't even matter who Iowa was playing. They teased Caitlin Clark all season. Now, this season, you know, watching the NFL on Fox, you know, say watch whatever NFC team you're watching on Fox on Sundays, they were teasing to, okay, Juju versus Paige, because those were the two big famous names already. The most kind of like the casual outsider wasn't going to know Sarah Strong before that game. You know what I'm saying? Just because Sarah wasn't Sarah was big, especially in the basketball world, because she was the number one prospect. She had South Carolina fans chant for her. We want Sarah. She had UConn fans and Gino looking at the girl since she was like, what, in 8th grade or something like that. Her mom is obviously a part of the Boston Celtics staff. Basketball runs through her blood. You know what I'm saying? When you come from a professional basketball family, this is what you get in the lab. People knew about Sarah Strong in basketball, but it wasn't like a sensation outside of basketball the way it was with Juju and the way it was with Paige. Juju was literally and still is connected to Clutch, Rich Paul, LeBron James, went to the same high school as Bronny and Bryce and Diddy's twins and Kanye's kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Juju moved from her home school to Sierra Canyon to build her brand in high school to become a celebrity outside of basketball in Hollywood and LA. Paige was around Chet Holmgren. Paige was around Jalen Suggs and all these guys in high school and stuff like that. So while all the Ballers Life crews and camera crews and people were up there in Minnesota, you know, Paige just happened to be the buzz too. And, you know, Paige really built the thing from, you know what I'm saying, Yeah. He said he understand the machine. So yeah. But before the people on the outside, like Paige and Juju were already celebrities, so they gonna boost the celebrities when teasing the games, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, the best basketball players. I think everybody agrees now, like Sarah Strong is the best freshman in the country. Except for some South Carolina fans. Because you know, last time when we had this discussion, Arnold, I think you were on here for the post game for USC UConn. I cannot remember. I do remember Terrell. It was Terrell and somebody else that was in here. It was probably you though, Arnold. And you know, and they were telling me, no, Joyce Edwards got it. She could put up a strong contest and everything like that. And I was like, I don't know. We don't see much of her. And they're like, well, Don doesn't play freshman. And then, you know, I had another South Carolina fan then comment and was like, yeah. Don doesn't play freshman. But right now, who's playing is Sarah Strong. It's not even close. Best freshman in the country, and you know, kind of equal to one of the best players in college basketball right now. So here's the thing with Lauren Betts, bro, because I don't know if it was you earlier in the season that was like when I was pushing the Fly J #1 2026 campaign, and you were like, Lauren Betts, bro. Lauren is playing really, really well. And she was a great prospect coming out of high school. She had a solid freshman season at Stanford. She had a solid season when she first transferred to UCLA. And earlier this year, when I was watching UCLA, because they had a couple big games at the beginning of the year, she looked even better. And she looked like she was living up to the hype that she had coming out of high school. So yeah, salute to Lauren Betts. I was about to say, but I don't know. She's on. No. Salute to Lauren Betts, bro. Salute to Lauren Betts. She living up to that college. She living up to that high school hype that she had. And Janiah Barker as well. Yeah. Okay, Arnold. He confirmed it. It was him. Yeah. So Arnold, for you guys who don't know, he thinks that Lauren Betts could be the #1 pick in the 2026 draft. I said I think Lauren is going to go in the 2025 draft and end up at Golden State or something like that. And he said no, because Lauren Betts' sister is coming to UCLA next year. And then he said, so if it's her versus Fly J, who you think's going #1? And he thinks Lauren's going to get #1 over Fly J. Y'all know me. This is a Big Four friendly channel. That's family. That's everything. But outside of the biases and the closeness, proximity of Big Four down here in the South and things of that sort, and working in Louisiana now. Outside of that, I genuinely think like she's the best player of that class. So I don't know, man. I still see Big Four as the #1, but with Lauren Betts, bro, the defense is amazing. The offensive game has always been there, and she's sturdy, bro. She's been standing up. Knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? Been available, everything like that for a long time now. Been very durable for about a season and a half now. And you have to salute that. So salute to Lauren Betts, bro. Yeah. Hold on, Arnold. Let me know if you got anything else. Drop it in the chat, because everything after this is like not basketball. So I want to make sure my basketball people are taken care of. I gotta watch Georgia Tech. I don't know if they play within the next week, because I have to leave in like a week and a half. Let me see. I have to watch Georgia Tech play. I might watch Georgia State play if Georgia State has another game anytime soon. But I think everybody's on break for real. Georgia Tech plays on Sunday. I can't even go. I got to go to yeah, they play at home too. I can't even go. I got to do football, NFL. Anyways, Arnold's got one more last thing. Y'all better thank Arnold, bro, for this basketball content, because, man, let me tell you something. Come on now. Y'all better thank Arnold. When I post a replay, everybody comment, thank you, Arnold, under the replay video. All right. Anyways, my last thing is Ice Brady needs to get DMPs the rest of the Yo, UConn fans hate Ice Brady, bro. The way they be talking about her is crazy. They be talking about Ice something crazy. The freshman. I've said this before. I say a lot of the same things on here and stuff like that, but like I just like repeating them. I really like the freshman big that UConn has and stuff like that. And I also like their like transfers and everything. Like I like Chin and everything. Anyways, my last thing is Ice Brady needs more DMPs for the rest of the season, and Gino needs to run Paige, Sarah pick and rolls every play instead of this egalitarian nonsense. So he's saying like they run like the Princeton offense at UConn. And with that being said, Paige is off ball a lot of times because he's put her at shooting guard. It's like I don't know if Nika got hurt. I don't know what happened Paige's freshman season for her to run point. I don't know if Nika, because I think Nika might have gotten hurt, and that's what happened. But I can't remember. This was 4 years ago when Paige was playing point guard because she's playing point guard in high school, and like it just doesn't happen now because within the offense now at the Princeton, she's playing off ball most of the time. And yeah, she's a smooth catch and shoot, smooth pull up jumper type of gal. At the same time, like putting the ball in her hands, you get a lot of electric behind the back, all that, and step back jumpers, and you get the aggressive Paige that you were kind of looking for the entire time. She's always going to make the right play, which is kind of frustrating sometimes because you want her to take over and shoot the ball more, but it is what it is. I think if you do simplify the offense and just kind of try to dominate with your two dominant players, Paige and Sarah, I think UConn can try that, you know what I'm saying, in conference. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, conference play is kind of easy for UConn. That's why they always schedule like the most tough non-conference games in the country to really prepare themselves for the tournament. And it works pretty much every time because they always make the Final Four usually, except for 1 year in the past couple of years. And that's when like everybody was hurt and ailing and had like tissue up the nose and stuff. But yeah, man. I think that's something maybe, I don't know. I don't see Gino really switching it up. Gino and CD switching up something that they've been doing forever. It sounds good in theory. Like it's a good sounding thing of like, what if they tried this and just went ISO the whole time and just let Paige do her thing and get Sarah involved in some two-man action and they just try to dominate all the teams because they have more two talented players on the court every single night versus all of their opponents. You know what I'm saying? They could try it, and it sounds good on paper, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. Yeah. Gino's been there for a gazillion years. Yeah, he said, see, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's difficult to teach an old dog new tricks. And salute to Gino Auriemma, man. You know what I'm saying? All the respect in the world. You are one of the GOATs when it comes to this basketball game and things of that sort as a coach. But you can't teach you know what I'm saying? You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Jana L. Affy. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That big. I like her. L. Affy. Starting over Ice is doable, though. He needs to make that adjustment. Yeah. I agree with that. That's the big I like. The freshman. I really like her. Y'all hate Ice Brady, though. And she be making the threes now. She be shooting them threes. She be breaking them like Josh Smith. That's what she used to do. But she been making them lately. You know what I mean? Yeah. Do y'all still hate Caden Samuels? I think y'all still do. Like, because it was her birthday. And I think AZ said something. And that was like it. It's a lot of drama with UConn, boy. I tell you. I feel like it's more drama with this particular group. But it might just be because they use social media so much. I think Gino does have like no tweeting rule during the season or anything. So they just run to TikTok and Instagram. And I'm not on those apps. But the UConn fans post like everything those players do on Instagram and TikTok and post it on Twitter anyway. So I see it on Twitter. But yeah. I mean, people don't like it because of social media nonsense. I don't care about that. I care about basketball. Facts, Arnold. Like I said I said this in the Travis Hunter video. I was like, Ice, I don't like it because you can't hoop. It's crazy. Ice ain't that bad, bro. She was making them threes, bro. She be making them threes now. She was looking like Josh Smith breaking them threes. But she don't look that bad now, bro. But UConn fans be hating Ice. I'm not even gonna hold you. Y'all be going crazy on her. But yeah. Is that it for UConn and basketball? I think that it. Hold on, let me look at UConn schedule. She's 14% from three on the season. Boom. That is simply not true. I've seen her make a couple threes in the game. I'm not making it up. I've seen her make some threes in the game, bro. Or at least one. Hold on. Let me pull up some stuff, bro. Let me pull this up. Schedule. All right, I'm gonna share the tab with y'all. Excuse me. Were they 15-1? No, I'm tripping. I'm tweaking. Sorry. 10-2. All right. Scroll down. The USC game. Box score. All right. Sarah, Ice didn't shoot a 3 in this game. She went 0 for 2 from the field, 13 minutes, 0 points, 1 turnover, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. What did she do in the Bahamas? Hold on, give me a second. Box score against Ole Miss. Okay, where we at, Ice? Ice went 0 for 2 from 3. She went 1 for 4 from the field, 18 minutes, 2 points, 2 turnovers, 1 assist, 4 fouls, 5 rebounds. She got your rebound. Hold on, twin. Let me see. Oregon State. Let me see the Oregon State box score. Ice had 27 minutes. She went 0 for 0 from 3, 2 for 6 from the field, 5 points, 6 rebounds, 1 foul, 2 assists. All right. Hold on. I might as well go through like all the games at this point. Okay, Holy Cross. Ice had to get a 3-pointer here, right? Right? Am I right? Let me see. Did Ice Brady have a 3-pointer? That's a new challenge. She went 0 for 0 from 3. She didn't shoot a 3. She went 3 for 4 from the field. 7 points, 21 minutes, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, only 1 foul. So salute. We're getting somewhere. Shout out to Holy Cross. This was the Louisville game. Shouts out to Louisville. This was the blowout in York. Things of that sort. This was over. It felt like Thanksgiving break almost, but I want to say Thanksgiving break. They was in the Bahamas when they was playing Ole Miss and stuff like that. But anyways, Ice Brady, 0 for 1 for 3. Dude, you don't need to go through all her games. She's useless. She's useless against real teams. It's not worth analyzing that deep. I just felt like I've seen her make a 3-pointer before. That's all I'm saying. I felt like I've seen her make a 3 before this season. That's really the only reason why I'm going through this. But I can't find it. I can't find the game where she hit the 3. That's all I wanted to see. Hold on. Give me a second, Arnold. Okay, all right. Never mind. They say never give up, never quit. I'm about to give up on this mission of trying to find the game that Ice Brady hit a 3-pointer this season. Because I've seen Ice Brady hit a 3-pointer this season. And that's the only thing I'm getting caught up on right now. She didn't take a 3 here in this game. This is the USC game? What game is this? Iowa State. Shout out Artie Crooks, bro. How much Artie Crooks had in this game? Hold on. Audie Crooks, 31 minutes, 22.6 rebounds. Yes, she has hit one. She's 14%, so she's made them. Just awfully inefficient at this clip. Mind you, she's soft on the post, so she's soft and can't shoot and can't pass and can't run. What is her value? It's crazy. What is her value? She can't shoot, can't run, can't pass. What are you doing out there? It's crazy. She rebounds. She rebounds. We can't get a rebounding. We don't value rebounds no more. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Literally just speaking in basketball terms. No, I hear you. I respect that. I respect it. 21 minutes, 3 rebounds. All right. She does not rebound. Jenna averages more rebound per 30. Far more rebounds per 30. And that's a fact. We looking at the facts right now. We looking at the stats right now. All right, cool. All right, I think I'm gonna hop off that then. Let me see where I want to go. Arnold, I'm about to hop from this topic. Anything else? If any other UConn fans are in here. So anyways, that's why she needs to be benched. Sorry to drag it, just saying. You don't have to apologize. Is this channel, I don't know, Arnold, if how old or new you are to the channel, but like this channel is like largely UConn fans. Because I like had my first spike from reacting to Paige her freshman season. So it's a lot of people who actually care about this on the channel. They'll probably be talking about it in the comments. So I do not mind, bro. You can ask the questions and bring up UConn and the rotations and all that. I do not mind, bro. Yeah, that's when I found you. I appreciate that. Salute. OG. Real OG. Let me see. Arnold might be. Arnold, do I know you? Is that a burner to the person I know? Never mind. We're not even going to get into that. I want to say rest in peace, Greg Gumbel, man. Rest in peace, Greg Gumbel. Obviously, in this field that I'm in and things of that sort, sports journalism, he was in the business for 50 years of his life. He said, now, you know who I'm talking about, Arnold. You know who I'm talking about. Okay. Let's get back serious and respectful. Greg Gumbel, 50 years, man, in the industry, in the sports business, sports journalism, sports broadcasting. That's truly remarkable. That's a tough feat, bro. That's a tough feat. It's a tough business. It's a really tough business. Late nights, early mornings, lots of travel, little to no sleep. Especially like Greg, to his very last, years, he was doing, NCAA March Madness every single March, bro. Every single March, every single April, he's in the studio. The road to the Final Four, each and every single night. That's a lot of basketball. A lot of things to be, to be on your P's and Q's and have your notes ready, enunciations of the players' names, different programs to break down who are the key players. What the coach said are the keys to the game. That's a lot of stuff to keep up with for 68 teams consistently every single season. A true consummate, a true professional, someone who's covered the Daytona 500, someone who's covered NASCAR, someone who's covered ice skating world championships, someone who's covered the Winter Olympics, someone who's covered the Summer Olympics, the first black man, the first black commentator, first black anything person to commentate play-by-play on a major United States championship game. And that's what he did. Super Bowl 35, when the Baltimore Ravens beat the New York Giants in 2001. That was the year Ray Lewis won Super Bowl MVP. They won like 34-7 that game. Greg Gumbel made history that game, calling that game. And obviously, I feel like the impact and the standard that him and his brother Bryant have left just on all of us, on the generation and stuff like that. Way beyond words. I can never put into words my gratitude and appreciation for him. And his family put together a beautiful statement of everything, and salute to them as well. Prayers to them in this time. It's been a really, really tough year. We're ending the year with some more tough news. To have this coming just a couple days after Christmas and a couple days before New Year's, it's extremely, extremely difficult pill to swallow and stuff like that. But I just wanted to send my respects and everything like that to Greg Gumbel. From what I heard, I never met him. I never interacted with him, but from the people in the industry that I do know that know him, they all said today, told me like in group chats and text messages, just not on social media, just stunting. But they said like he was a really good dude and he was a really nice guy. So rest in peace, Greg Gumbel. Long live. The C word is a terrible, terrible disease. It's taken away a lot of people away from their families and their loved ones and things of that sort. So I just wanted to say rest in peace, Greg Gumbel, man. 78 it's a good life. It's a good life. He wasn't old. I feel like you don't get old until you're like in your 80s and your 90s. But it is definitely a good life, man. And shout out to Gus Johnson, man.
Legendary.
Gus Johnson, paying tribute to him right here. I'm not going to play it to get copyright and stuff like that, but Gus Johnson really held me down, bro. He really sat me down and was like, I care about you. I want you to do well. Take my contact, Rashad. Anytime you need me, reach out, this and that, whoop, whoop. So while Gus Johnson can still smell the flowers, I want to salute Gus Johnson and his work ethic and everything he does. Thank you, Gus Johnson, brother. Rest in peace. Okay, let's read RG3's note. Rest in peace to the legend Greg Gumbel. He honored me with this picture at the sports Emmys after graciously spending 20 minutes giving me advice and encouragement on navigating the broadcast industry. I cherish this moment more than he ever imagined. Mr. Gumbel was a one-of-a-kind broadcaster and man, a hero to my family being from the same city of New Orleans. I did not know RG3 was from New Orleans, but here it is. When my family saw him on TV, he made them believe they can make it too. Thank you for doing your job with class, Mr. Gumbel. Thank you for inspiring a young black boy to see that there were way more to life than the streets when you grow up in your circumstance. You taught us there are no limits to what you can achieve or what sports you can cover. Mr. Gumbel was a trailblazer in sports media, and we are all indebted to him for it. Prayers up to Greg Gumbel's family and the loved ones. Rest in peace, Mr. Gumbel. You earned it. Well put, RG3. Well put, RG3, man. And the same thing that RG3 said, a lot of people might not know the impact of diversity and representation within the media space. And it's so important because a kid needs to be able to look up and see a different career path, bro. Like, you don't have to play sports to be involved with sports. You know what I'm saying? You can speak about sports as a broadcaster. You could be a journalist. You could be a reporter. You could be an insider. You could be an analyst. You could be a radio show host. You could be a coach. You could be an athletic trainer. You can be the person, the designer that makes the court, that makes the jerseys. You can be the person that builds the architect that builds the arenas and the stadiums. There's so many ways that you can be involved in sports rather than just playing them as an athlete and as a star athlete and things of that sort. You can be around music as a manager. You can be around music as an agent or A&R or a label mate or a label executive or, what a PR person. You can be in music so many more ways than just being the rapper or the artist. You could be a producer. You could be a songwriter. And it's important that, as here we go, RG3 said, that young black kids see this, because if you don't see it, if you just see people in your neighborhood doing ABC, and then you just look on TV or you just look on YouTube and you just seeing people that look like you shooting the basketball or rapping, and you think that's the only way to make it out. Or now, I'm saying, salute to Kai, like what Drake said, Kai and Speed have shown the kids that you can be a streamer. DDG before that, DDG and Flight and Cash Nasty and McQueen and Pootie and you can keep going down the list. Dante and B. Lou and Zias, they showed the kids that you could be a YouTuber, you can be a content creator and stuff like that, and look just like you. You don't have to be XYZ. You can draw your lines any type of way. You can be anything you want to be. And I salute once again what Greg Gumbel and Brian Gumbel did is something that we haven't even seen today. These guys were doing it for over 50 years, and we still haven't seen something like that today of two brothers who have entered the broadcasting industry and have moved up the ranks within the broadcasting industry, just like we see their counterparts do so often, so frequently in journalism and media. But we don't really see that with people who look like us, you know what I'm saying, black people. We just don't see that often of like people who weren't coaches, who weren't players, and now who weren't rappers or who weren't famous celebrities before they entered the sports media space. Even in this picture, ironically, it's RG3, is a guy who won a Heisman and was an extremely popular football player before he went over to broadcasting. You know what I'm saying? Still to this day, we do not see black kids come up into the media space, whether it be hip hop or whether it be sports or things of that sort, things that, attract a lot of black kids' attention and stuff like that online. We don't see a lot of them represented in the media space unless they played, coached, or, rapped or became famous social media kind of images, but before they went into media. So salute to Greg Gumbel and prayers up to the Gumbel family once again. Thank you for your service. Thank you for all you've done. And I salute you. I appreciate you. Rest in peace. Now an ancestor. Yes, sir. Oh, this news really rocked me, and it was the reason why I didn't know if I was going to be streaming tonight, and it really rocked me today. But we got the news about OG Maco, bro. And I'm on Steve-O's page right now. Steve-O is someone I met when I was working with interviewing Sakura, if you remember, Sakura, the singer from Gwinnett County here in Atlanta, metro Atlanta area. A couple of years ago, I was really into her single, and I still am, Chasing Feelings. It was a single that she dropped around quarantine, and it was a song that I still play every now and again. I just love that song. And he's our manager, Steve-O is, and he works with a lot of people just around the country, a lot of different artists. He works with Chelsea Pastel right now, a dope artist up there, I believe in Ohio. I want to say I saw her perform as one of the openers at the Atlanta Streetwear Market Fest about a month ago, and that's where in Underground Atlanta where Key closed down, and you guys saw that piece by Key. If you haven't, go onto my shorts and look up that thing that I did on Key. But that's Steve-O, just some background. Apparently, he worked with OG Maco, and that's where a lot of journalists and PR professionals met him a decade ago. So here is Steve-O speaking about Mr. OG Maco. East Coast to the West Coast, OG Maco do the most. Yeah, hey.
Mac, OG Maco being, man, passing 10 years almost exactly since we met. That's crazy, bro. Just thinking back to a 24-year-old Steve-O. Man, crazy times, bro. What you've done in your life, in your career, have been really nothing short of amazing, bro. You're a legend. Nobody can take away for what you did to this game and the city of Atlanta and in this life. You really cemented yourself as one of them ones, bro. One of the smartest men I've ever been around. Traveled the world with you. I think 15, 16 different countries, bro. And it's so crazy because all the places we went, you always knew something, the customs, the culture, even without speaking the language, that like impressed me. One of the biggest hearts. I remember when he first did his deal with QC, he got some of his advance money in cash, and he had a couple of his partners up there. He just like took some of the bread and just like, like off the muscle. They ain't asked for nothing. Like they just roll with him to, see they partner sign the quality control. Like, and that's just a symbol of the heart he had. I don't want to say too much just because I feel like my personal feelings, this isn't anything to anyone else who wants to say something, but I feel kind of weird saying things before the family gets to say things. But I definitely know we lost somebody special for sure. And on some selfish shit, luckily for us, still here in the earthly realm, we still have a lot of memories via videos, interviews, the music that we can cherish. So when we miss them, we can at least go hear them, because a lot of people don't have that. So at least today or sometime, take some time out, listen to some of the music. And he made music more than just turn up. I know we know him for, I like to call it screamo rap, but he has a lot of music that can still motivate, and he sends his love through. And yeah, man, just long live OG Mac, man, the Lord of Rage, for sure. And God bless his soul. God bless his family, his loved ones, friends, everybody.
Whew, man. This was really tough for me because I think one of the toughest parts about being a creative, excuse me. Hold on, I'll switch to this tab. One of the toughest parts of being a creator is you have to, you interact with a lot of people. It's a people business, things of that sort. But really one of the toughest parts is like, like I say, like you work with people. So a lot of times your art and the things that you can put out to the world, your products, depend on the availability and, just kind of reaching out to other people and getting things set in stone and kind of working on their time. And I wanted to interview OG Maco for one of the larger projects I had in mind over the past couple years. And I always have dragged my feet with it. And I haven't gotten it done. But, obviously new beginnings. I'm about to go to a new city, a new state, a new gig, a new job. So I have a lot more free time and things of that sort. In the new year, I'm really gonna make it a priority to organize and schedule that time out to make sure I get these things done, because I miss this. I miss the OG Maco interview for the large project I was planning and everything like that, of how I don't even want to give too many details of the idea I had. I've probably said it before out loud or on camera or somewhere, because I just, I talk so much on camera and stuff like that. Talk so much in interviews. But his interview was really going to be a dope thing that like just delve in deeper into like this big topic that I wanted to discuss and everything. So much so enough to make a book. So, what I'm saying? So, it definitely was a lot. And when something like this happens, it's permanent. So that means I will never get that opportunity to have this conversation that I wanted to have. And it will always remain a memory. It'll always remain like a what if. It'll always remain like a blimp, can never quite get to it. And I really hate that. That really bites. That really bites, man. OG was was 32. He was just 32 years old when, he decided to make this decision. I don't know what OG was going through. I don't know what, I'm saying, as his family, call him and Ben and stuff like that. I don't know what he was going through. I do know, from what I've seen and stuff like that, people around him and people who used to be associates with him, they said he did, kind of struggle with, with abuse, of substance abuse. He struggled with that. And then, obviously, I feel like the rest of the world, the hip hop fans and everything like that, the circles saw he had the flesh eating disease. He was wearing the sunglasses. I think he was like, kind of losing some of his eyesight. If I'm not mistaken, he was doing a lot of the Vlad TV interviews, just explaining his conditions and stuff like that. And then on his social media, I just remember a lot of times because I randomly check people's like social media accounts all the time. Like if I think of an old artist or an artist that used to be really popping, I'm like just like, I wonder what's going on with so and so now. I just kind of just look them up and just go through their social media. And with OG, his like a lot of his page was him like trying to come back into music and trying to like push his new stuff, like stuff from like 2021, stuff from 2022, stuff from I don't want to misspeak and say 2023, but stuff in recent years, 5 years or less. And he would just quote tweet a lot of tweets that are like, man, OG Maco should have been so big. OG Maco would have been so big if he was in the era of the TikTok and this new social media age and stuff like that. He'd be the biggest. And he will always quote tweet it and say, hey man, listen to my new single. And he will, send a link to his new single. And it will get a little love on social media. And that's something that I see with a lot of the artists that y'all really see me rocking with on here on this channel. That's something that I see with all of them. And it's like when they're not the fun toy or the new shiny toy to play with anymore, a lot of people throw them to the side and just move on. And it's like for someone like Maco has meant too much and it has impacted too much to just be thrown to the side and forgotten about and not talked about, other than, some people being, oh, you remember you guys did? Oh, OG Maco should have been so big. Like, first of all, OG Maco, you guys have heard it, heard the resume. If you haven't, I'll go down some of it for you. He really got QC off the ground, the label with Coach K and P and things of that sort, at the base level, with Migos and everything like that, with Skipper the Flipper, with Jose Guapo, just all the Atlanta artists and stuff like that really got QC started in its infancy stages off the ground and things of that sort. OG Maco was one of the faces of that. OG Maco's label, OGG, which he just shouts out a lot on, you guessed it, a lot of people's introduction to him and stuff like that. And I have a story on that as well later. His label, he signed Doja Cat. He signed Doja Cat in 2015. Moo, I'm a Cow. That song didn't go viral. Doja Cat didn't have this entire spurt until like 2018. 3 years before that, he signed her before anybody else put on some songs with him and everything like that, and really believed in her. I think someone brought it up. I'm not sure if it was Nardwar or someone brought it up, how she used to be signed to OG Maco and OGG. And I think she was like, I don't really want to talk about that time in my life right now. I might be misquoting her. I hope I'm not. She hasn't said anything outright, just like a direct thing about Maco's passing and things of that sort. She did make one post about just people dealing with pressures and everything like that, and I'll pull that up right now. Here we go. She said, in this lifetime, you'll never be wholly yourself. We are ever changing and evolving creatures. Do not put pressures on yourself to be yourself. Explore and be. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but I can interpret it as something that has something to do with that. Of just like, we put too much pressure on ourselves too many times. I think for Maco, he might have seen it in his head as like everything was just going down, and it's been going down for a few years, even though he just kept fighting and kept trying. Because I was just watching the back on Fig interview and things of that sort from last year, clips of it where he was saying I did a lot and I'm proud of a lot of the things that I have accomplished and a lot of things I have done in this year life. So I definitely think it was definitely a balance. It wasn't just a straight up, oh, everything's terrible, this is the end of the world, and you know what I'm saying. It was definitely something that he fought. He fought definitely, and the decision he made, it's just so tough. It's just so tough. I want to see what the family said. Here we go. It's right here. With heavy hearts, we share the heartbreaking news of the passing of our beloved Ben. Hold on, let me pause this. Of our beloved Ben, known to the world as OG Maco. His life was a testament to resilience, creativity, and boundless love. Excuse me. Through his music, passion, and unwavering spirit, he touched so many lives and left a lasting impact. While we grieve this immense loss, we also celebrate the extraordinary life he lived, one that will continue to inspire and uplift others. Mako's influence, both as an artist and as a person, will remain forever etched in our hearts. For those who wish to offer condolences, share memories, or connect with the family, please reach out through this account. Your support means more than words can express. To all of Mako's fans, friends, and supporters, thank you for standing by him throughout his journey. Today, we celebrate that life that was extraordinary in every way. With love and gratitude, the family of OG Maco. So that's the statement. Some people that came out and said, thank you for everything that you've done for me, include like Tony Snow. He said, thank you for being genuine with me. Thank you for giving me game. Thank you for being there for me and things of that sort. Larry June, man. Larry June, I had no idea that Larry June lived in Riverdale for a couple of years. Riverdale is like the south side of Atlanta, around College Park, around the airport, things of that sort, East Point, all the way down there on the south side of Atlanta. And that's where Larry June apparently was staying from like middle school to high school and things of that sort as a teenager. And with that, him and OG Maco were real tight, real close. While Larry June was trying to get his career off the ground and selling CDs and stuff, OG Maco blew up. And, OG Maco claimed that Larry June, kind of reached out to him when he first blew up and was like, hey, yo, help me up. I'm trying to get this rap career off the ground. And Maco said, okay, yeah, I got you. Woo woo. And they did records together and things of that sort. He said now, or in recent years, that the tables flipped. Larry June is one of the bigger rappers in the game now. And with all these connections, Alchemist and Big Sean and Joey and Action Bronson and Freddie Gibbs, like all these, he's kind of like a large artist now. Larry June is a huge popular artist now. And Maco is like kind of on the outside looking in of the industry. He was trying to get help, and he feels like Larry June wasn't giving him that same support that he was showing him back when he was up and the shoe was on the other foot. And Larry June responded to that, and Larry June was saying, yo, yeah, you my dog, and you was with me passing out CDs in the mall and things of that sort when I was 16. But bro, we've been tried to reconcile and everything, and your substance abuse was kind of getting in the way of that. And I helped you out. And the last time you reached out to me was to reach out for asking for money and things of that sort. And you know what the real deal is, bro. So it was just real sad to see Michael go out like that. So, but at the same time, okay, who taught Larry June the ad libs and the way to rap and everything like that, and kind of showed him the ropes early on in the game? OG Maco. Who saw and believed in Doja Cat's talent 3 years before the rest of the world did? OG Maco. OG Maco's You Guessed It. The first time I heard You Guessed It was through Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, bro. At the time, I think, this was like right before Gambino did like Stone Mountain. He was kind of touring for Because of the Internet and things of that sort, and was kind of on a radio tour and this is when he was doing press. This is when Donald Glover was just like in the public. And randomly on his I Am Donald website, like no lie being told, the first video that popped up was OG Maco's You Guessed It. And it was just, the music video that you guys all know and love from, you guessed it, of just OG Maco in the elevator and the hotel elevator just screaming, "You guessed it, whoo, you guessed it," and all that and stuff like that. And that was the first time I heard that song. I said, this song is hard. And I ended up playing it all the time. And then I saw it starting catching fire. You started hearing it around campus. This was my first semester at Georgia State. And OG Maco used to go to Georgia State. This is a former Panther. OG Maco used to go to Georgia State. Father used to go to Georgia State. They both dropped out and blew up from rap. But they used to go to Georgia State for a little bit. Anyway, I'm hearing this at Georgia State a little bit. And by the time we get to October, so the first time I'm hearing it is probably like August 2024. And it was probably out and popping already like July, June, in the summer. But the first time I'm hearing it is at the end of summer. By the time we get to October and homecoming season, boy, you guessed it. And look at Risk from Father. And that whole underground Atlanta movement was the biggest thing going in the city. Awful Records, everything like that. Biggest thing going on in the city. And I'm in college at the right time because this is like college kids music and everything like that. Like the McConans, the Fathers, the Keys, the OG Macos. Like this is like 2 9s and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? At this point, Mike Will got his thing going on where he's developing and kind of like, I think, Ray Shermer was already out at this point. So you got Ray Shermer, you got 2 9, you got OG Maco, Awful Records, Father, and Key. They all popping at the same time right now in the Atlanta Underground. It's the biggest thing going. And it just happened at the right time. It hit at the right time because it's right before homecoming. So at homecoming week at Georgia State, at the clubs, you got OG Maco and Father and Key headlining these shows at Georgia State. And they just went to Georgia State. So now you guessed it, it's the biggest thing going in hip hop right now. You guessed it, in Tuesday from I Love McConan. And those are two biggest things going at that point. And you will have like Maco just like randomly in the plaza at Georgia State, bro, as you walk into class and stuff like that, taking pictures with the students and everything. My boy Jared got a picture, but he can't post it because OG Maco throwing up the middle finger. But I just remember that semester and that time, bro. It was a magical and special time. It really means a lot to me in my development and just in my character and who I am. My personality really shaped a lot of the way I think, a lot of the way I see the world, seeing these artists, seeing people like Rory, bro. That's why I give Rory and Curtis Williams and Key and those guys so much credit and like just respect, bro, because it's like they really shaped a lot of the best generation and stuff like that of creatives on a mainstream level. And they saw it as visionaries years before anybody else did. And it really sucks when those guys they're just kind of forgotten. It's like everybody took the inspiration and the juice from them and it just kind of like forgot them and left them on the side of the road and kept moving. So anyways, that was Maco. First time I heard You Guess It, and the progression from the first time I heard it to when it popped. And it was the biggest thing on campus, and he performed homecoming weekend at the local clubs and stuff like that in Atlanta and things of that sort. It's really cool moment, really cool time in Atlanta and things of that sort. 2014 fall. So when You Guessed It, he inspired Keith A over there in I believe that was Korea, and he did the Ichima, and that song went viral. Everybody loved it, but they was like, yo, this just sounds like You Guessed It. So OG Maco sued him and he won. OG Maco won the lawsuit against Ichima. Now let me tell you something about Ichima. Ichima was a video that everybody was reacting to because it was so crazy seeing Asians rap and just yell and be turned, and they got grills and the bandanas. They was like cosplaying like they was from Atlanta because they was cosplaying the man from Atlanta. You see the man right here. But anyways, right, all that was going on. A lot of people were uploading reaction videos, and it was just funny watching the reaction videos and like everybody having the same reaction that we're having when we first see it. One of those reaction videos was DDG. That was the first video that went viral for DDG, and it made his channel jump from 2,000 subscribers to 20,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, and really gave him his start in YouTube and changed his life forever. His reaction to Ichima, asked DDG about it. I might put it in the replay if I can find it and I can think about it. But yeah, man. So you could argue there's no DDG or at least not as soon as it happened. In the time that it happened, if it wasn't for OG Maco's, you guessed it, which spawned and inspired Ichima. So DDG, Larry June, Doja Cat, and salute to Key as well. I mean, because him and Key, I felt like they was 1 and 2. One time he's kind of trying to little bro Key, and I'm like, you can't really do that about Key. Like Fat Man Key is Fat Man Key. He's literally the connector, the key to hip hop. No pun intended. Pun intended. But yeah, man. Shout out to Brandon Thomas, man. Thank you, Brandon Thomas, for all you've done for the culture, for music, man. I believe Brandon Thomas from Marietta, man. I remember one time Brandon Thomas. Here's another story about you guessing, man. So many memories from this one song, bro. And shout out to from 3 times. The joint with me goes, yeah. East Coast to the West Coast. OG Maco do the most. Yeah. The joint, and then him and Key had the tape. And Key obviously, I'm about to give up. Okay, I'm about to give up. Okay, I love Jesus Christ, but I'm about to give up. Love that song. Just so many moments. But Brandon Thomas, right? Brandon Thomas is the producer for You Guessed It. I believe Brandon Thomas is from Marietta. We at this Larry Lee show in Marietta, bro, in East Cobb. I think it's East Cobb because it's not our side of Cobb, which was West Cobb. We drive over to East Cobb because it's a Larry Lee show, Turtletopia, and in the garage of Carter Sutherland's, the person formerly known as Carter Sutherland, and their garage, right? So it's in their garage and stuff like that. We pull up. We said, "Oh, we've been here before when we was in high school." They said, "Oh snap, what's up, y'all?" We catch up with them. Everything's good. They're doing a Turtletopia documentary where they're interviewing everybody. Everything is cool. We good to go, right? Man, Mike G is there from Odd Future. Mike G apparently from Marietta. I didn't know Mike G was from Marietta. Man, it was so many rappers and big time people with some local artists and stuff like that. Because Larry League at this time was buzzing. They had the co-sign from Yachty. They had the co-sign from Trinidad James. Everything like that. This is July 2015. Dirty Dingy just came out. So now they're even bigger than what they were before. Trap Afghanistan was their biggest song at the time. That's some real Atlanta stuff. Anyways, Brandon Thomas steps up and he DJs. And I don't know if this was his last song he played or the first song he played. But he put on You Guessed It, bruh. And You Guessed It at this point is already out the rotation. It's not a radio hit no more because this is July 2015. You Guessed It popped in fall 2014. So people already done outplayed it. Boy, we in that garage. We in that thing. You know how you get mobbed up so much? This person pushing this way, this person pushing on the other side. So your feet lift off the ground and you just moving with the crowd. That's what happened when that joker Brandon Thomas played You Guessed It, boy, in that garage, man. That jump went up. And Brandon Thomas, he was just going crazy behind that. You guessed it. Who? You was right. I love that moment, man. I love Brandon Thomas forever for that, bro. I got to go say what's up to Brandon Thomas. I got to go tag him in some on Twitter and just show him this clip and show him like how much I remember that moment, how much I appreciate that moment, man. It's some real hip hop. That's what music's all about, man. Those moments that you'll never forget. And thank you, OG Maco, for providing us with that and things of that sort. And OG Maco's a introspective lyrical rapper, and he made that be known right when he got famous from You Guessed It. He was like, I know You Guessed It was gonna work because I know y'all stupid and this and that. And you always used to be tweeting some conscious stuff, bro. Like he was very intelligent, very intuitive, and everything like that. Like I said, it's just unfortunate the way that the mind might have declined over the past couple years and things of that sort. We'll never know the full story. We'll never know from his perspective because he isn't here to tell us what happened. But yeah, man. So salute to OG Maco, bro. Very introspective and lyrical, miracle, spiritual rapper, just like Key. But they dumbed it down for the masses to gain popularity, and it worked. It worked in Atlanta for sure. There was something else I wanted to say about Maco. Itchy Ma, DDG, Doja Cat, Larry June, Key, Underground Atlanta, Brandon Thomas. Is there anything else? East Coast to the West Coast. OG Maco do the okay. All right. But yeah, man. Shout out to OG Maco, bro. And here's the picture of Mac, Takeoff, and now OG Maco, bro. Salute, brother. All right. Rest in peace, OG Maco. I'm gonna go to I'm gonna stay on this topic. So Chauncey Glover, this was a journalist based in LA. He worked in Houston for a long time. I did not personally know him. I had a lot of mutual friends that did know him and things of that sort through NABJ, National Association of Black Journalists. And when he passed, it was like, oh, he suddenly passed, this and that. And then I got an email from NABJ, and they were like, with the tragic and unexpected passing of Chauncey Glover, like, we want to talk about mental health. I put two and two together. Is that what happened? I look on Reddit. There's rumors floating around and stuff like that. That's why I say allegedly. These are rumors. This is just what people are saying. I put two together from what NABJ said. And it feels like, that might have been what happened with him. And so now we go to a deeper issue when it comes to OG Maco and Chauncey Glover, because these are two phenomenal, exceptional black men that we both lost in their 30s by way of what appears to be unruly saying allegedly to cover all bases legally. Seem to be a self thing, a self-imposed thing. And it's just like, what can we do as a community to help people feel more love, in particular men, in particular black men? What can we do to help black men feel more loved and feel like they do have a community and they do have a safe space to just know that it's all right and they don't have to give up, they don't have to quit? You know what I'm saying? What is it that we can do to provide a better community for our brothers? Is it once again reinstating the ban that we had on pause, and you know what I'm saying, and all the other things that people might have viewed as offensive and things of that sort, and that's why we first stopped saying them? Is it homophobia? Is it placing value on men? Excuse me, I'm so sorry. By what's in their pocket? Is it by valuing men on what they can provide for their family with materials, with monetary things? What is it that we can do as a community for men to support other men and really show them that we're here for them and, we care for them and things of that sort? Because we can say that of like, okay, these are some things that we can provide and let people know that it's a safe space with our fellow brothers. We can say that, but it's like, do we even feel that ourselves as the men? Like, how can we be the support system when we don't know how to be the support because we haven't had what we feel like was the support ourselves? I feel like I have a lot of friends that support me and are in my tribe and hear me out. Even when I feel like I might be annoying them and things of that sort, they're still here for me. They still, what I'm saying, hold me down, all of the above. And I really appreciate that. But what do we do for the people who feel like they don't have that all the time? And it's like, you can say, oh, I ain't no professional, I ain't no therapist and things of that sort. But it's like, we have to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the meantime, we have to do something because this is an epidemic, man. This is an epidemic. And it's not something that's new. It's something that's a part of human nature since forever. I believe Jesus, Jesus even wept, and Jesus said, Lord, take me now. If so and so, you know what I mean? It just is what it is, right? It's a part of the human experience. But if there's some way, something that we can do to help prevent these situations, man, or at least reduce them, especially in our community, what can we do, bro? What can we do? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Brothers, y'all let me know, man. For real, for real. This was a man who did the Chauncey Glover project in Houston. And, as you see, they did things, perform small acts of kindness for others. You know what I'm saying? This is
Our beloved coworker, anchor Chauncy Glover.
You know what I'm saying? know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Has died. I love the array of news. I love the different cultures, and I.
You know what I'm saying? It's a tough thing to, you know what I'm saying? Tough to leave people with, bruh. He reached a lot of people. He reached a lot of people, especially in the Houston community. And it seemed like in the LA community, even though he was only there for like, feels like a year, maybe or two, he was starting to reach them immediately, much like Sheba Turk, you know what I'm saying, who is another LA anchor and LA reporter and stuff like that. Coming from New Orleans, you know, she's a New Orleans gal. She was huge in the New Orleans scene. She left to go to LA, and like LA loves her now, but New Orleans will always love her and things of that sort. And you know, I don't know, people and communities really draw a connection to journalists and the people in, you know, in their city and stuff like that. Local celebrities, things of that sort. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to leave people like this, man, especially when it could have been prevented, when it could have been like, bro, it's not gonna be the end of the world. You good. We're gonna love you regardless. And the people who drop off, forget them. They was never with you for real in the first place. But you always gonna have people here for you. Rory said something when Maco first went to the hospital, and he was saying fans only care when you're about to go or you're gone. And Rory, man, that's why I always try to show you so much love, because it's like, forget the people that, as you say, abandoned you and try to like shadow ban you and all these things, bro. Like, I'm gonna let you know, bro, you still him, and you was him, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. And we appreciate your contributions to the culture of being. Rory was a black kid playing folk music, bro. He was fusing the genres of folk and hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Rory's contributions to the culture and to kids, black kids being themselves, the sun hats, the you better run from the devil, and a time where like SoundCloud rap was a thing, and it was perks, zines, land, zine, perks, lands, lambs, pills, perks. You know what I'm saying? Like when that was the thing, you know what I'm saying? And you making guitar music, you know what I'm saying? Like, black kids need to see that alternative for someone from Atlanta, you know. And you did it again this year with 4 albums: the meditation album, the folk album, the rap album, and you know, the spiritual album. You know what I'm saying? Like you did it again this year, and you're still putting out high quality music. And I appreciate you. I'ma always shout you out. I'ma always write about you. I'ma always say something about you, bro. I'ma always interview you when I can. All of these things, bro, because you deserve it, and you're a legend. You know what I'm saying? You're a legend, and you have to be recognized as such. So I just wanted to let you know that, bro. I ain't forget about you. You know what I'm saying? And that's to give you the reality of things. Many people feel like that, the exact same way I feel, bro. And I want people to know that the people who dropped off, or you think dropped off, they didn't really drop off for real. People still love you everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Never get that twisted. Never think that you alone, and never think you by yourself. Most of us always have a community around us, at least of one, an army of one around us, just gonna hold us down. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a message I want to send to my brothers, man. You know, rest in peace, Chauncy Glover. Rest in peace, OG Maco. Send a message to your brothers, man. To let somebody know that you care. If you ain't check in on one of your bros in a while, you know what I'm saying? Check in and see how they're doing. See how you can help. How can I help? How can I help the situation? You know, because we don't need to go out like this. Not before the age of 40. Can we get to 40? You know what I'm saying? This last thing. This last thing's a bit more silly, I guess, but it is serious. This is real, man. All right. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. This is another girl that she don't be saying nothing about. Oh, these are just reaction videos. I don't want a reaction. I want the original. I didn't see. Hold on. Let me play the video first. Let me see this video first. Okay, here it is.
This is gonna be
So this was the original post. Excuse me. B. Simone was wearing crystals in her bra, plagiarizing manifestation journals, begging the baby to be her boyfriend, sold access to her close friends so fans could watch her grieve Jackie O's death. But people are shocked that she's still being corny and attention seeking. LOL. For those asking, here it is.
This is gonna be controversial. This is gonna be real controversial, but I don't care. I gotta get this off my chest, and I gotta let y'all know I cannot go into 2025 with people who are still looking forward to their daily horoscope. I can't do it. This war we fighting, I need some intercessors. Y'all over here carrying around sage? Y'all still got rose quartz. I get it. I used to have the rose quartz in my bra. Like, I'm gonna find me a nigga today. Yeah, this rose quartz, this rock gonna bring me my husband. I get it. I have been there. But what I'm saying is I'm not there anymore. And nothing against the people who believe in that. Just as for me and what I need in my life, I don't need a tool. I need the blood. So if you ain't covered in the blood, hey, you can't go into next year with me talking about did you read your daily microscope? I don't give a damn about what the horoscope say about Aries. What does Matthew 2 and 2 say? Can you pray? All them rocks, all them rocks and herbs. Do you know the Bible? Yeah, I'm leaving that in 2024. I'm leaving that in the past. If you cannot intercede on my behalf with the blood of Jesus and you do not carry the Holy Spirit, you don't carry the Holy Spirit, but you carrying around herbs. If you don't get that dust out of my face and get in that prayer corner and pray for me, I need a friend. I need an intercessor. Jesus, all them rocks.
So, all right. So this thing with B. Simone, it's always a tricky thing when a celebrity rebrands and kind of like unabashedly like puts on for Jesus and goes really hard, like 0 to 100 for Jesus. Like, it's difficult because you hold yourself to a certain standard at that point. You made the public declaration of, yo, like, this is what I stand for. This is what I rock with. All of those things. Hold on, I gotta switch to. Hold on. Excuse me. Let me see if this is gonna work. If I turn it off and turn it on, if it's just gone, it might just be over with. Is it over with? Okay, it might be over with for the night. All right, let me go to the webcam. Oh, here we go. We back. Bet. So yeah, like I was saying, when you do this, you hold yourself to a certain standard because you telling the public to hold you accountable, right? So we've seen it with China and McClain before, and we're seeing it with Gideon right now on YouTube, and it's returned to YouTube. Got to return to YouTube and like just do it a different way without the pranks. And China and McClain, it was like she did all that and denouncing Halloween, and then a couple years later she started posting her cosplay around the time of the end of October, and everybody's like, didn't you denounce Halloween? Didn't you call it evil and this and that? And like, that's the worst part about it. But I can say this, like from firsthand experience being down here in Atlanta, B. Simone has literally been trying, and this transformation that she's made as a Christian and a born again Christian and stuff like that, this has been going on for the past 2-3 years with B. Simone publicly. She, the way that I even got to my church, believe it or not, it might sound crazy, bro, was with B. Simone. B. Simone, I'm not even gonna lie to you. B. Simone was the way that I found my current church in Atlanta. Change Church. I saw a testimonial of her talking about her taking her relationship with God more seriously and how Change Church just automatically felt like family, and she loves the church and everything like that. I gave it a try. I loved it, and I just kept coming back. And now it's like my church in Atlanta and stuff like that. Now, getting into the actual building, you got to like get there early and act like you're going to a basketball or football game just to get in. But for the sake being like Change Church is an amazing congregation, amazing family, and I absolutely enjoy it. And I think I seen her at a service too on Easter, like in the front and stuff like that. So this is something that B Simone's been doing for a few years. This isn't just something that she just like re-emerged to social media, just talking about Jesus and denouncing everything that she used to promote on her social media and stuff like that. Because she gave up drinking. She gave up drinking. I think she gave up smoking as well, I'm gonna say, and she's cut down a lot on her cursing. Obviously, she said a couple words that like you can kind of say on TV on some channels at some times of the day and stuff like that. But she's really cleaning up her act. I say all that to say this. So this isn't just her coming out of nowhere, just like kind of making fun of other people. I feel like it's one of those things of like, if she's talking to you, she's talking to you, right? If you're this is something you can agree with, if it's something like, oh yeah, maybe like I shouldn't do crystals, or like, yeah, you're right, like horoscopes and all that, like I'm leaving that in 2024. Like that stuff is too tricky, like fortune tellers and all these people, crystals and dust and all that stuff, like all that kind of witchcraft, for lack of a better term. I'm leaving that in 2024. I used to go into it to try to tell the future, to know what was going on, to get the intuition, but I don't need to be anywhere near that anymore. I need to go with God. If I'm a serve, I can't serve two masters. Lord and Jesus, Lord is my life. Jesus Christ is my Lord. All of those things, and no one else is my Lord. Crystals and witchcraft is not my Lord. So she's saying all that, and that's the way she's going. I feel like you could watch that and you could say, I relate to this because I used to believe in zodiacs and used to go with horoscopes and all that stuff all the time. Now I'm leaving that in the past because I want to pursue something different. And then you have other people who believe in that stuff, and then they're like, oh, how dare you talk about the one for you, the video on for you. If the shoe fit, if you offended by it, it is what it is. I'm sorry. It is what it is. If the shoe fit, it is. You got to take that, bro. It is what it is, bro. You just got to live with that. It is what it is, dog. You'll be okay. So I say all this to say, I think B Simone is right. I think B Simone is right, bro. And the fact that she don't care about being ridiculed and canceled and talked about and made fun of and all that, because she already done did that a gazillion times when she was talking about, I can't date no man with no 9 to 5. He got to be an entrepreneur. He got to be a businessman. He got to be a this. He got to be a that. My baby daddy, the baby needs to be my baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she already, in the Jackie O situation, she already took so much public criticism. She doesn't care about that stuff anymore because it's like she already seen the worst of it, right? But this was brave, bro. This is brave. This is brave to go against a worldly thing because she comes from the world. She was a famous woman, still is famous, but like really from like a lot of worldly and secular content. So that is a large part of the audience and the people that know her. And here she comes with this kind of radical, for lack of a better term, radical Christian stance and opinion in front of millions of followers. And she's getting ridiculed for it. It's crazy because as a believer in America, you would think like, because a lot of believers, they're like, oh, we Christian, we got our backs against the wall, this and that. And you like, no, not really, not in America, because most people are like swaying towards Christians and everything like that with their policies and everything like that. Like Christians are just safer in America as opposed to like being a Muslim in America or being a Buddhist in America, whatever the case might be, right? But like this is showing you it gets real when you really talk about the real Christian stuff and not just praise God. I just got some. Praise God. Oh, the bullet missed me in the shootout. We still getting money. F the ops. Praise God. I said my prayers. You know what I'm saying? I said my prayers, roll a blunt. Praise God. You know what I'm saying? Like that's different from like what she's talking about right now. This is some like radical Christian, like, yo, 2 feet, 10 toes in the sand with it. In the face of millions of followers that know you from My Baby Daddy and like obnoxious sex jokes and like debauchery, for lack of a better term, right? For so many years. B Simone was really popping like 2015, 2016 on Instagram and stuff like that. So it's like to do that in front of audience like that, I gotta salute it. And I say once again, B Simone, I agree with you. It is what it is. People that get offended and everything like that, you offended because the shoe fit. If the shoe fit, then take it. It is what it is, bro. But don't pull up no old stuff. She said, yeah, I know I did all that. I know I was into all that with y'all. But look, I'm trying to leave that in the past. I ain't done it for the past 2 years, and I'm going to continue to not do it. You know what I'm saying? And salute to Megan Ashley as well. I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, it's 3 sides to every story and stuff like that. I still rock with Megan Ashley. It seems like she a nice young lady, a nice young woman of God, and a nice mother to her son. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like B Simone really trying, based off of the public moves she's been making over the past 2-3 years, this ain't something that's coming out the blue. And I also don't feel like she just talking down or patronizing people who do that thing. It's really like a thing of like, she made this for the people who she's talking to. And if you are a person that like, if the shoe fits, you know what I'm saying? If you're getting offended by it, the video was not made for you. This is what it is, bro. And the truth is not always comforting. The truth is conflicting. The truth is confrontational. The truth is uncomfortable. The truth can be all of those things. So salute to B Simone for this. I don't know if I ever thought I would have been like, yeah, B Simone, I'm on your side. But like, here I am. B Simone, I'm on your side. Thank you for recommending Change Church. And yeah, man, that's where I stand with B Simone. If you were mad at Rashad, I don't care. Y'all was probably mad at me anyway. So here's the reason. All right, peace. Until next time, my name is Rashad Milligan. This is the road to 5K subs. You all take care of yourselves. Long live OG Maco, man. Rest in peace, OG Maco, man. Rest in peace, Chauncy Glover, man. Rest in peace, Greg Gumbel.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon, you want one quick question?
We can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.